Yeah, this is the dog's channel. They run the show. Don't you? Come here. Don't you run the show? You do. Say, we run the show. It's true. Yes, it is. It is so true. It's so true. Both of them. Yeah, both of them. Use crazy and cute. I'd like to say like me, but I don't know if that's like conceited. Oh, yeah. Good morning, y'all. Happy Wacky Wednesday. Hang out with me. Please like and subscribe. Chill. Be a good human, per usual. I think I'm gonna start doing like a weekly chat and chill. You know, I don't really know if that's today. It could be like Fridays. It could be like Monday, since Mondays are like kind of like draggy sometimes. You know, I don't know. Maybe do like a poll. I can say hello, but I'm not sure if that's like a trick thing. You know how people are like, say this, and then you're saying something that's like not not the best thing to be said. You know. How's everyone's morning so far? Oh, okay. Like checking out. Sorry. Let me see. Let me start a poll. Oh, I haven't done a poll in a while. Let's see if this looks kind of weird. Well, let me do emojis. Oh, it does. Is it? I wonder if it shows the color of the poll on y'all's side. I did it the same color as my shirt. All right. See, this is the problem that it happened before. It wouldn't let me start the poll. Oh, it let me start it. Yes. Okay, YouTube doesn't hate me as much. Oh, it doesn't let you go. You have to like have the poll at the like top of the screen or only to mid screen. Okay. What up, y'all? Good morning. It is Wacky Wednesday. I'm getting through the coffee. I had like literally a sip. Cheers. Cheers. I guess that was like the only perk of being a barista for like several years. I rarely buy coffee like at coffee shops. Part of me is like a snob, and I know that people just mess it up. For like years ago, I started becoming a regular at a Dunkin' Donuts, like pretty close to me, and I met like some of the people and like was cool with them, like typical coffee shop experience. And I have a couple like hole in the wall places that I like to go to, like chill wise, like to go chill. Um, but if I was like just grabbing and going, I had a Dunkin' Donut. But they would always be like, "Why don't you get like milk in your coffee?" I'm like, "Cause y'all just jack it up. No offense to y'all, but I don't want a ton and ton of milk, and then you can't even like taste the coffee, you know." So I'm like, just do what I ask. So I usually would just get like 2 shots of espresso over ice with like a splash of hazelnut and whipped cream, and that would be like the milk, you know? Phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. But then I was like, what am I doing? I'm like wasting my money. I just need like a little espresso machine. So that's what I did. I'm like, I'm sure nobody gives a shit, but I I miss my peeps though. Shout out to my aunts. Y'all are awesome. This light is like blinding me. Um, y'all are awesome. I really hope that the holidays have been treating you all so far. So the holidays are about to roll in real soon. And let's just like believe in Santa for a couple of days, you know? If Santa was real and you could ask for one gift and not $1 million, because come on now. It would be a great gift. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should be asking for $1 million. But if you could ask for one gift from Santa, just one, what would you ask for? And it doesn't have to be like in a money bracket range. Like it could be like anything. So I only say take the $1 million off because everyone would ask for $1 million. Let's be real. Um, what would you ask for? You know, would you ask for a gift? Do you care about gifts? You know, it'd be really cool to think that Santa was real once upon a time. But I think the world is so fucked up that we didn't scare him away. You know, he's like, none of y'all deserve gifts. the the Bills to win the Super Bowl. Is that who's playing in the Super Bowl this year? Is it too early for that? I don't keep up with Super Bowls at all anymore. I used to be a huge football fan, like huge. Me and my dad used to watch football like day in and out. But I have mixed feelings now. I think it's like rigged. I really do. Like, how does Tom Brady allegedly like deflate footballs and then goes back in and plays? That's because Peyton Manning was the man and they didn't know what the fuck to do when he left. Period. To your pet monkey. So, how are you able to type right now? Like, what's the technology behind that? A pet monkey. Don't know how serious that is. But I would love to know the monkey's name and did you keep it? Is it wearing your eyeballs like this? Oh, I was like, who the hell is the Bills? I was like, I was like, maybe I'm missing something because I honestly haven't watched football since I don't know. It's been like 10 years. It's been a while. Whenever Tom Brady did the deflating of the balls, I was like, I'm fucking out. Like this is just a way to pit everyone against each other and to fight and to bet and to gamble and etc. And it's all out of our control. You know, I lied. Well, I think it was like 2 years ago. There was two football teams that like rarely make it. I don't even remember who they were. Maybe the Chiefs and it was like a red uniform team and another team. And I watched like I don't know. I think oh, it was who whenever Kendrick Lamar performed. So I think it was last year. So I watched two halftime. Like I watched like second quarter to two halftime. So I didn't even see the first quarter. And I was like shocked with how like dumb these players were. I was like, oh my god. I was like, it's only getting worse. Like I was actually like really shocked. I was like, these are professional players. Like, oh my gosh, wild. And you know what? Like honestly, it's not even like the good looks got them far. I'm like, I'm not even like you can't even get away with like just beauties and like no brain. What's going on in there? Yo, no, you don't know what to ask Santa for one thing. You know, honestly, I've been thinking as I'm talking and blabbing. I don't know either. What's going on, man? Maybe that's a humbling thing for us. Cause you okay, if you could ask for $1 million, I'd be in. Cause then you just take care of that whatever else you want, you know. But remove $1 million, anything money related, just remove it. And then it's like, what would I get? I would probably honestly get something for like the animals. I don't know. It's like really hard. Really hard. What's going on with you? How are you feeling? Long time. Am I pretty or ugly? I'm like, is this a joke? Thank you so much. I'm dying. That's a man? No, I'm not a man. Nice try. Now you're done. Now you're just done, you know? Don't start rolling in with that shit. Oh, you heard the cardinal? The cardinal's like, what? Shut it up. Hide his ass. Where you from? I'm from Nashville. Yeehaw. Country Music City. You're doing good. How are the kiddos? No, how is like I want to like ask. I don't want to like dump your stuff out there. Nor do I want to pry. So you share what you like. Um, what's been going on? How was Thanksgiving? I'm like around the holidays, so you guys may see me here or there. Yeah, why can't people be respectful? I don't understand. But you know what? I haven't been playing this game since like I've been playing this game for a while, the YouTube stuff. So I already know what time it is. You see the name, you try to start shit, and I'm not gonna get riled up. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, got I have energy that I can pour into other places, and that's just not it. Nope, nope, nope. A good thing. Lessons repeat until learned, like always. So gotta learn them. Charles the monkey. Some people are rude. So how are you typing Charles with the monkey? Yeah, Nashville's interesting. It's like the city that doesn't sleep. It's almost like Vegas, but no casino. And it's crazy, like how much it grows. It's stunning to me. I remember when I was a kid, there was a spot that my dad would take me to, and we'd always like pretty much take ice cream there. But if I'm being honest, we ate ice cream like all the time, so that wasn't like anything like out of the ordinary. But my dad would take me to this spot, and you could see the whole city from that spot. And I remember telling my cousin, I was like, take me to the spot, you know? And he's like, you mean the lookout? And I was like, oh my God, it has the name. It has a name now? And I went with my cousin, I went with my best friend, her lover. I think my friend that went with me was there. It doesn't matter. But anyways, we all went to the lookout. And oh my gosh, it was like literally filled with people. I was stunned. I was stunned. I was really stunned because as a kid, we would just like pull up in the car and eat our ice cream and see the city from the spot. But the other thing was people are catching Pokemon. I had my Pokemon phase. I went through that for a little while, but um, there were tons and tons of Pokemon catchers out there. I was like, get it. Hold on. Yeah, what did you do that he had to rip your eyeballs out? Let me catch up. I'm gonna stay caught up in the chat. I'm not gonna get behind like I do. Yeah, I think it is important to talk about difficulties in life because you never know who that may resonate with. And I think a lot of time we keep those things to ourselves because we just like, there are people out there that are like, wah, wah, and they want like, like, I wouldn't say attention. Like, I feel for those people too. Some people literally just want attention, but I think some people just like need to tell their story. So, no, you should do that. Like, you never know who may relate to that. And we have to remember when things happen to us that it's not always happening to us, it's happening for us. And we don't always see that when it's like not the best thing that's happening. And then you fast forward and you're like, okay, like maybe this wasn't so bad, you know? So I lots of like healing your way for sure. I know that life threw you for like a series of events. And like I said, I don't want to broadcast your stuff out there, but I know it threw you for a loop. But that doesn't mean that you can't like loop your ass out of that and get your ass back up and around and telling the stories that you need to. And this is now part of your story, so it's like how you share it, you know, and how you view it, I think determines like how you get through it, if that makes any sense. I'm like, good luck. I've had like 2 sips of coffee and I'm feeling it in my veins, but my brain is still like, are we here? Oh, hold on, let me catch up, let me catch up. Yeah, the holidays, they do and they don't suck, you know. Um, I mean, coming from a loner perspective, and I don't really speak to like any of my family like at all. Yeah, it comes in waves, and we all have angels, so I think the holiday season brings in that feeling sometimes, you know. And as like a spiritualist, I don't like to label myself because I am open for change and I believe in a lot of different things, but believing that life continues and stuff. And around this time, there's anniversary dates for me. There's like, and I'm not saying this in a selfish way, I'm just expressing my side of that. There's a lot of anniversary dates for me. Like Ladybug's anniversary is this month as well. It's 19 years this month. Crazy to think about. My best guy friend that crossed over, his birthday's this month. They're like a couple days apart too, so it's kind of heavy. But the holidays as well. So you feel like kind of like sad at times, you know, and I think we all feel that. But it is how we kind of like handle it, you know. I think when you have like kids, I obviously do not. For the people that know me, I do not have kids, or don't know me, you know that I don't have kids if you do know me. But in general, I think kids like paint like a different picture of the holiday spirit because you can't be like the Grinch with kids, you know, or you shouldn't be, because it comes to a point of time where they phase out of like Santa, the Tooth Fairy, all those things, and it's just kind of like whatever. But I think it is important to celebrate those things in a way of like, you know, it doesn't have to be about gifts. It doesn't have to be about how many people you spend time with, how many people you go and see, etc. It's just like what makes you happy on that day. Maybe it's just like healing and chilling, kick your feet up. Maybe it's like literally having a good meal, or just counting your blessings and being around a couple people that means something to you, you know? I try to do a holiday live for Thanksgiving, and fucking YouTube really put a dent in that plan. So I'm pretty upset about that. I told Fraggle that I'd be here and I wasn't, and I feel bad. Um, so I still want to try to do like some holiday cheer stuff around here because I do understand, like, personally, from a loner perspective. Um, and a loner by choice most of the time, you know. I think that we still deserve to be like happy during these times because it is what we put out there into the universe. If we're not like feeling like it's gonna be great, then it's probably not gonna be, you know. And sometimes when we paint this like energy around that, hold on, when we paint the energy around like, oh, the holidays, then of course it's not gonna be like as exciting. But if we could all be in that headspace of like, what if Santa's real, you know? Or his magical ways are real? Like, how can we like tap into that, you know, a little bit? Maybe not in a gift perspective. It'd be cool to ask Santa for one gift, and what would we ask for? But in a sense of like that magical vibe, because I do believe in magic. Like, look, aliens are real, y'all. If it doesn't get more magical than that, I don't know. But so imagine Santa's real. Like, what if we like tapped in? I think the fact that like we don't believe because of XYZ reasons, that takes away from like the magical shit happening, you know? Hold on. Hold up. What the is that? So, long story short, I hope that the kids enjoy the holidays and maybe you could dress up as like Santa. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, I'm not a dude. Definitely not. It's because it's the name. It's the name, y'all. I need to like start recording things that I have to like repeat in here. Like, hold on. Press a button. That's the response for that. Let me catch up before I get lost. I used to love Pokemon, like old school Pokemon, and then like Pokemon Go. When Pokemon Go first came out, it was like I don't want to say like a cult, but it was like a horror, like tons and tons of people. Like there was a couple like meetup spots. I think it was like everywhere, you know, not just like where I'm at, but like there were meetup spots, and it was deep. Oh. No, sir. Come on. I'm gonna feed the ducks. The ducks are waiting. They're waiting. The squirrel's like shaking his tail at him, like, come on, sucker. So funny. He's gotten so much better with squirrels, but he's still like, ooh. And I have one living in the side of my house, like in the structure. And he sees us every morning walking to go on our walk. And he's like, literally, like, my dog is like looking at him. My other dog don't give a shit, but one of my dogs is like looking at him like, hold on. Let me catch up. I gotta feed the ducks. They're like literally waiting. I feel bad. It's like chilly out there. Why does it have to be women? And I think it's because women think a lot. And that's okay. I think men think a lot too, but because their brains are like peanuts. I'm just kidding. I think that men think so much, but they don't express themselves well. What? Oh, I know. He's just out there like, what? I actually feed the squirrel too. I've been trying to feed him by hand. Got really close a couple weeks ago, and I actually like wimped out. I was like, I fed him through my office window years ago, and he broke in. It was wild. Some really good candy. See, look, I'm behind. Let me literally catch up before I start responding. If you know, you know. My regulars know. Watch what every Saturday? Football or Pokemon? Chewed off most of your fingers. I'm starting to think that the monkey story is not real. Like, no offense. And if it is real, then kudos to you because you still have the monkey. Like, how long have you had Charles? Yeah, no eyebrows is like detrimental. Who's this Betty? That's a sign. Even if you're talking shit to me, that's a sign for me. Wow, thanks. Yeah, do you still have Charles after you chewed off everything but your eyebrows? Gloves that he can't take off. Wait, what? Can I cut your hair? Maybe. I cut mine. Mine was like here, y'all. It was crazy. Like, you want a buzz? That's easy peasy. Now, I don't know about fading all that stuff. Michael Jackson shit. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, there's no way that he attacked the mailman and you still have Charles. Like, are you like an animal breeder or like an exotic animal owner, like, and not like Exotic Joe? What? Time for my own things? Like, what you mean? What you mean, Jelly Bean? Okay. No eggplant around here. You're done. You're done. Who does that? You saw Charles on the news? I'm so fucking lost. Dinner with your friends? That's cool. I mean, but that could be doable, you know? It's all about manifestation, Davey. It is. It is all about manifestation. And I think that because people think it's too easy, they don't do it. But it's true. Like, you just think of times, we all have times where we're like, I wanted this to come true and it did, you know? And I don't think that we stay in those moments very long because it's like the good comes and it goes, you know? And it's so sad because we don't like soak up that good. But when bad comes, it's like literally, it's like a cloud that never fucking leaves, you know? It's like pretty sad. And we don't spend enough time in that good. We don't spend enough time manifesting good, you know? I think a lot of people think manifesting is cheesy, non-existent, like etc. um and it's like for every like negative thought, it needs to be replaced with a positive one. Like I know personally, like especially lately, I've been like, whoa, rewire. Like my thing to like change thoughts of like you cannot go down these rabbit holes of like not good energy is like butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Just still a little word, but it's not. I love butterflies, so it's like it keeps me like flying away from those thoughts. Like you don't need to stay stuck in that. You can't stay in that feeling because it's like a spirally downhill, you know. But you know, maybe when I said like you can ask Santa for anything, like you can ask for like even guidance, even wisdom, tools, or um, better ways for manifestation. Manifest dinner with your friends, you know? Maybe it won't be Christmas, maybe it'll be a date that you set, but you can manifest it, you know? Why not? What I would do today, I have like so much shit in the office to do, it's like not even a joke. It's not even a joke. I've been trying to play catch up for a while now. I'm also doing like household stuff. So we been spending time cleaning out my garage the last like several days, and it creates more stuff in the in the office. For the people that don't know, I spent a lot of time cutting papers for collages, and I thought I was like almost through this bin in the garage, and I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I'm almost through this bin, like bittersweet because I'd have to get more pieces so I can keep cutting stuff. But I inherited a bunch of like magazines, comics, etc. So I've been going through all those. Like if I'm not gonna sell it, then I'm gonna cut it up, make collages, etc. And I thought I was almost done. Yeah, I found like a whole another stash. I ran out of space in one bin, so I moved some stuff into another bin. So I forgot about that. Everything's all organized now in there, which is great. But I literally have a full bin of shit again to cut up. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be here until like 2030. Who wants to cut some paper? Am I on Instagram? No. No social media for me. I should make a an Instagram for Good Dutchy Boy, but I really just don't care for social media. This as social media as it gets for me. Oh my gosh, that's what the did I read? I just like don't even know what I just read. Yeah, I was like, what is going on? And then I just literally like removed the David. Calling all Davids. Davy? Davy, get your Davids in line. I'm like, oh my gosh, is there more? I just hid one. Oh my gosh, there's another one. What is this like? See, Davy, your light is on. All the Davy brothers, minus the ones that I've hidden for saying raunchy ass shit, but oh my gosh, the David light's on. All the Davids say hello. Oh, I gotta feed the ducks. I gotta feed the ducks. I feel like a lot of Davids know Davids, you know? I feel like everybody knows a David. Is David in the Bible? Why like people use David a lot? You know, there comes with like Dave, Davy, David. Obviously, that's David. Hi. And your group of brothers, like actual brothers, because that would be weird if like someone had a family and they all were named like the same thing, like David. Travis the Champ now. Oh my gosh, thank you for getting to that, Davey. I'm behind. I thought that was getting weird. They're done. You can't even spell either. Like, and that's okay. I'm not knocking people that can't spell, but it's like Jeremy. It's like, I know that you're just trying to criticize me off of some shit that you don't know anything about. It's wild. And clearly I'm not a boy. And we're not going down that rabbit hole today. Like I said, butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Get away from that shit. But it's like, how do you go at someone and like you have autocorrect? It just kills me. Kills me. Oh no, don't get weird, Davey. Or David. Don't get weird. Figure eights. Yeah, that's one of our spin moves. I'm done. I don't know if that's getting weird with that, but... Oh, don't get weird. Yeah, thank you, Chief and Lizzie. Don't get fucking weird. I haven't even read that yet, and it was like premeditated there. Yeah, do not get weird, because with the wrench. I have like the golden wrench. Although if it was like optional, like my mods would have a golden wrench too. What up, y'all? How are you guys? Happy belated Thanksgiving. Almost Christmas. New Year, like 2026. What the? Where are we? Dude, where's my car? Just kidding. I am Dutchy. But my dog is a Dutch Shepherd. So he's the good Dutchy boy. I'm the good Dutchy mom. You don't like other Davids. Why? Because you want to be the only David? You never know. Like, you may find, like, another really cool David. Like your long lost brother. Yeah. Yeah, but autocorrect is also screwed like most of us. I'm caught up with the chat, so I'm going to go feed the ducks. Autocorrect has also made it where, like, most people don't know how to spell. Like, I think if all of us went to a spelling bee, like, mass majority would be eliminated in, like, 2 seconds, you know? I'm not a spelling bee champ by far, but I like spelling. When I was growing up, I always loved to, like, learn how to spell stuff, you know? I'm not spelling bee champ, so no one would be like, how to spell, but then I would see it because you're going to type in the chat. But, I don't know. It kills me a little bit because it's so dependent on technology. Like, I remember when they did away with like learning cursive in like school now. I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, how are these people gonna like sign checks? Granted, a lot of people don't really write checks and stuff. Like, it's all like plastic, which is a whole rabbit hole of like thoughts about that. But you know, I used to love cursive, but I didn't spend as much time doing it because I wasn't the greatest at cursive, but I love like calligraphy, and I wish I'd spent more time in school doing that, but they didn't spend as much time. It was like a week or two you're doing cursive and then it's gone forever and you learned it. Now they just don't do it, or maybe they do and I have no idea because they don't have kids. But I heard something like years ago that they weren't doing it, and my sisters didn't learn how to do cursive, and I was just like, wow, how will you ever read it then, you know? Wow. My best friend, though, writes a lot in cursive. No! You're done. You're done. You're done. I gave you an opportunity, man. See, Davey, you're pointing out, like, a thing where it's like, you are the only Davey now. Because hitting one by one. I think it is a useful tool. I'm not saying it's not useful, because I've obviously used autocorrect as well. But to be dependent on it, I think that we should still like have a way. Because imagine autocorrect, poof, goes away. No one will know how to spell. A lot of people don't know the difference between there, and there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And then like your, and your. Like exactly that. I think there's a lot of dependency on it, which makes me a little sad too, because it's like it does go away. It's never going to go away, but how are you going to learn these skills? Like, what if you have to take a test and you have no idea how to spell? And like, I don't know. And it's pretty sad because a lot of people are dependent on it, very dependent on it. And then when it comes to like actually like writing, no one knows anything from their ass to their elbow. Technology has spoiled us because, back in the day, like, we didn't have autocorrect. Well, I guess you had like spelling check or whatever on like WordPad. Yeah, they make Davies look bad because I was like, oh, I see. I saw where that was going. Might try to always give people the benefit of the doubt, as we know. I gotta let some things roll off my back, but if you're getting fucking weird, like, this isn't like OnlyFans. Like, this will never be OnlyFans. I'm not on OnlyFans. Like, you're on the wrong fucking website, and you think I'm gonna be like, what, shaking my ass for the camera? Like, no. Like, I don't even have an ass. Not gonna happen. Like, just not gonna happen. What is happening here? Just no. And I'm not even gonna keep going down that, because then we just get more. See what I'm talking about? That's wild to me. You're done. In newsflash, you slip up and you say some weird shit. Depending on how I'm feeling, you may just be gone forever, like a hide button, Which is sad, But is it sad for me or is it sad for you? Because you'll no longer be communicating this weird shit. And I don't think that anybody, like, with good human, like, intentions go into chats like that, Like, if we were, like, having a kiki ha like, joking moments and stuff, like, because I'm not a prude, like, I'll joke here and there, But I think it's, like, what are the intentions here? Like, why we go out of our way to be, like, a fucking weirdo, And I think we're all weirdos in different levels, but you know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. Just know. Just know. On your way to get your nails done? Anne Hathaway? That's a new one. By my logic. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't depend on a car. You can still navigate around. Like, is it a luxury to have a car? Yes. It's just like autocorrect. You shouldn't depend on autocorrect. Like, we should be having like one-on-one conversations. This is where people get lost and like in transit. This is different because we're in a fucking chat, clearly. But this is where people get lost in like even like human like communication skills. You go and pour your heart out into a text message and you wonder why Bob said okay. And then how dumb do you feel that you spent like four hours typing this shit? It's like wild to me. So I feel like you probably were born in like 2015. And if so, you should not be in here. Age check, if you're not 21 and up, which I prefer like probably like 25 and up. If you're not 25 and up, see the door. And your cards will show at some point, so if you think you're going to mosey around here being less than that, you'll get kicked out. Anyways, no, I'm just like an old soul, and I think that we shouldn't be depending on technology. Has technology helped us and advanced us a lot? Yes, but it's like anything, there's good and bad. So it's like, just like a lot of people have cars and have no fucking idea how to work on them at all. So if you don't have money to even fix the car, you buy a car, Or all the people that buy a car that's a piece of shit and they drive off the lot and the wheels fall off. Who's the dummy there, you know? There's a lot that could be said to that. So, I mean, ask me about my logic because I'll be here all day. Yeah. If your fetus deuces. Oh, the negativity is not consuming me so much. I'm just a smart ass and I just like tell you how I feel. Because I'm all up for like also like curving the like thoughts, you know? Because maybe that person now will think about like, wow, I really do depend on autocorrect. Maybe I should learn how to spell more. Maybe I shouldn't be writing novels to my friends about how I feel or my family how I feel. And maybe I should actually communicate with them like one on one, you know? I understand technology is there as a cushion. It is there to also benefit us, like no brainer. But I think that it shouldn't be used for like every single thing. Like no wonder why a lot of us have like hidden feelings and emotions inside because like we're not expressing them, or you go on your phone and you text someone or you email them or you like etc. It's like lost the meaning of like translation. And then you have no idea how this person's going to read what you wrote, you know? And we've all been guilty of it, myself included, you know? We've all fallen into those traps, and then you feel like I feel like lessons repeat until learned. So you come back later and you're like, oh, wow, like XYZ didn't understand a shit of what I said. I wrote some errors in there. I proofread, but I was so heated emotionally or upset emotionally, and I like wrote this and I didn't go back through and thoroughly read it or read it. And you just send it off, and then they read it completely different, or maybe they're having a bad day. We don't even know like maybe how this person is in their state of mind reading what you've just given them, you know? And obviously, like maybe this isn't an everyday thing. Hold on. Maybe this isn't an everyday thing where you're writing your feelings like every single day to someone. But you guys know the gist of what I'm saying. I don't need to over elaborate there. It is used as a crutch, and I think there's a barrier missing between human connection and human interaction where we can literally like, I don't know, it's sad. I've seen it get worse throughout the years of like people just so dependent on like screen time in all the aspects. But when it comes to like human interaction, we've lacked tremendously, you know. Even my like self included, it is easier on a live to like express myself, you know. So I feel for the people that are in a chat and they're communicating back and forth and stuff like that, because you really have to have a feel of who someone is to be reading what they're writing. And even then, like sometimes we read these things wrong and we're like, oh, I thought I had Sally figured out. And then you read something, you're like, wait, is Sally like telling me to go F off? Or like, is she like emotionally like upset, you know? It's wild. Anyways. Help me. Hello from Sweden. Friendly reminders, doggies. Okay, no one. But look at your name. Like, why do you feel like no one? You're someone. And it was like dark times, but it also was like I can look back at my childhood and remember being dragged inside before or after the light comes on the street to be inside. Like most kids nowadays don't even go outside. I know even my neighborhood, there's kids that live in here and you don't see kids riding their bikes like that. You do sometimes, but like it is not like it was when we were younger, you know? That's where I feel like I have like a happy medium into this life, because like I just come up the outside of that time ending. Like I feel like, you know, in general, like I'm trying to word my words right, and I need to feed the ducks. That's like daunting my mind. I'm like, I need to get to them because I feel bad they're waiting. I'm grateful that I had right at that, like, into that generation of, like, at least I was able, or at least I was playing outside as a kid. It taught me a lot of things. Some of those memories stuck with me, like, and I take it into my childhood, even as, or my childhood, my adulthood. And even as an adult, I feel like it is important to tap into your childhood in the sense of what healed you then, what was like uplifting as a kid and made you feel good and not have to worry about the bigger problems of the world. You know, being outside did that for me. And like as an adult, I love being outside. Like it's very important for me. It's so healing for me personally, and I need to be out one with nature. Like that is so freaking important for me. You know, so I look at like even my little sisters and like how like they grew up and stuff like that. It was like pulling teeth to go outside, you know? And even as a teenager, you get older, you're not like playing outside, but at the same time I was literally outside, and so I had to come home by curfew. Like you couldn't get me to go inside. And I feel like these younger generations have lost that. And it's all about like it's never enough. Like you can go and get all these video games, all the newest toys, etc., and then it expires and you're on to the bigger, more expensive thing. And then you get it and it doesn't fill a void and you still feel the same way. And kids, they get new toys all the time, and it's like in one year and out the other, and then it meant nothing to them, you know? Um, I don't have children yet. I have no idea what to speak on being a mother, and I'll never say like, oh, I know, because I don't. I'm like a animal mom, but it's obviously way different. But I would like to say that my kids aren't going to be like obsessed with videos and screen time. Nothing drives me more insane than when like I'm out and there's a kid in a freaking stroller and the kid has an iPad. I'm like, no. The kid should be viewing whatever the F is around. Like it should not be like this at like 3, 5 years old. Like that's wild to me. And even younger because it's in a stroller, obviously. So it's like really sad to think that like you're missing the world at such a young age too, like of like how to feel and touch things as a human and like energy wise, and I have so many feelings about it. And then when you get older and the world jades you and stuff, and like you can make an active choice to lock yourself in, like not see the world, not communicate with people, etc., whatever. And then I feel like you get more trapped into that and become a hermit, you know? I like to be a hermit, but I'm also a huge social butterfly. Like I need that interaction. I need to heal the people around me. I need to feel like people's vibes and like do what I do best personally, you know? And I feel like when we are aware of like our gifts and stuff for the universe and stuff, like we don't need to rely on technology as much. Like even myself with my lives, like I haven't even been living that much lately because I've been like tapping into what my world needs around me, you know, and what I need in my world. And sometimes I feel like I love my communicating with my people and stuff, but I also can't pour from an empty cup. So I have to make sure that I am getting what I need on a human basis of like healing. Healing, communication. Oh, my little duckies. Well, wrap me up. I gotta feed my duckies. They're like, bye. They probably done ditched me already. I seen them out there, and I done blabbed for like 30 more minutes. Oh, it's crazy, Papa. It's crazy. No, it's crazy. Oh. All I'm saying is definitely technology. It's like with anything, there's good and there's bad. So I'm not against technology. Like, hello, I'm on a live. But I just think that like we've lost a lot of human nature experiences. You want to do that, Jenta? Human nature experiences by really like being sucked into technology. All right. I'll be right back. Think about it. I was like, don't look over there. The school is big. It's like, you know what? Y'all want to feed the ducks too? I'm like, who's got seed? Here, be pop around. The squirrel's like waiting for me. Like, lady, where's the peanuts? Where's the coffee? They're like, where are you at, Crazy Lane? Come on. What's she doing? I need to get on some water too. Come on. squash eventually. Tomatoes. This is like exciting. Yeah, Brayden, I totally agree. I don't know if you're still there anymore. Yeah, I think that it doesn't matter how people interpret any type of message, but at the same time, people want to be heard, um, and I think it is important to like make sure that your messages are being heard the way that you're putting them out there. And sometimes people don't fully understand like what you're putting out, and I think it's important to explain. We won't be calling anyone that. I do communicate with my chat. My people know that, and I don't need to overly explain to someone that may have just appeared. Okay, you're done. That was none too. I miss so much. Yeah, personal connections are important, especially when you're young. They're important as an adult too because it shapes who we want to be as an adult and how we want to form relationships as an adult because of potentially what happened to us as children. Oh, okay, that one's already done. He's like, are we done or what? I've had my dogs for 2, 3 years. I had one a little bit longer than the other. I'm late to the chat. Just feeding all the duckies and birdies. Oh, look at the bird. He said, bye. Thanks for everyone that contributed to the poll. I appreciate y'all. And everyone that's contributed to the chat today. My feelings and thoughts may not be for everyone, and that's okay. I just like to make people think a little different outside the box. Because I'm obviously outside the box myself. And I don't know it all. We are living a human experience here. So you would just be like an asshole if you said you knew it all. Because none of us know anything really. It's all an opinion. So, never criticize anyone or put someone down for expressing themselves because we never know how hard it may have been for someone to even do that. And we're not all perfect at the way to express ourselves. Like people that know me, like know that I'm a chatter and I'm a talker and a feeler and I'd like to say like a healer at times and like I like to express myself. Am I perfect at it? Absolutely not. I learn every day how to get better at that. But I know, we all know what we need personally to make ourselves better people, whether it's nature, human interaction, video games, whatever you think makes you a better person. Technology, personally, for me, I don't know. I'm like choosing my words because I enjoy like this. I think that this is teaching me things like chatting and living and reading different perspectives and hearing that I'm not always right because I'm not. And believe it or not, like a lot of people don't want to be wrong. Oh, a big old bird. A lot of people don't want to be wrong, of course, but we learn from being wrong, or we learn from different perspectives, different opinions. Um, and here's a secret: none of us know what this life shit is. We don't have it figured out. We may have inklings, we may have ideas, we may have thoughts and experiences and personal feelings that have made us feel the way that we do. But ultimately, none of us have this like figured out. We're just living this human experience. So don't be careful and be nice to people because we never know what may bring them down. We may never know what brings them up until we do it, you know? And judging people and telling them that they're wrong and they can't feel the way that they feel or express themselves or don't know how to express themselves right, you're only like literally like casting a bad reflection of like either yourself or you wonder why like no one wants to be around that shit, you know? It's wild to me. He's wild. Because I've had people in my life, you know, where it takes them a lot to express themselves. It's like the people of little words. I obviously have a lot of words and I'm a jibber jabber. But I'd like to say that like even with my jibber jabbers that I have some like sense to my madness, you know? And I think that like even with people that have less words and it's like what is it? Trying to think of like a quote like the person with like less words like there's something that it's like going past in my brain. It's like da, 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 da. But it's like essentially like the man with the least amount of words, like you're likely to listen to that though because you're like, oh, okay. And maybe sometimes no, or the person that has little amount of words has a lot of thoughts but they don't speak it because they've been shunned their whole life or they've been trash talked when they do. And then that just like hermit crabs these like souls into like thinking that their words aren't like held at any value, which is so wrong. Or you look at another person that has little amount of words and their words are held at like a lot of value because it's like the man that speaks or the woman that speaks, you know? And then you look at people like myself, once again, that are jibber jabbers. We speak a lot. I wouldn't say that I'm a motivational speaker, but I do think that God, Jesus, the angels gifted me with like a voice of like reason and a voice of like understanding and also like I don't got time to shut the fuck up. I really don't. Like there's a purpose for me here. And I feel like, you know, even in my silent times, that it doesn't do anything but disservice me and do like not enough justice for the people, not saying that need me, but for like people that like I don't know, I'm supposed to be there for, you know? And if I'm being quiet, then I'm not doing my divine purpose here, you know? And I'm honestly, obviously, I'm chatting, but I'm a great listener too. I'm gonna go ahead and toot my own horn. I think that we should toot our own horns with things that we know are in our toolbox of like good things that we do, you know? I'm a great listener, but I feel like I'm a great talker at times. All the time, no, I'm still figuring this shit out as well, but I like to say that I I try to understand everyone's walk of life, everyone's purpose, you know, because even if it's a similar purpose to ours, we all have different like purposes as well, and I think that that can create value for all of us in different ways, you know, like you may have something different than the person next to you, or you may have uh, similar things to the person next to you, and the value that we can learn from all of that, like you may be able to sharpen some tools in your toolbox by like being around this person that has similar values to you But I think people with different values also teach us things as well, teach us outside the box rims that like maybe wouldn't have looked at if we weren't put in a position to like hear that, see that, feel that. Um, and you may walk away. There's been plenty of times I walk away and I'm like, no, that's not for me. You think that way, I think this way, and that's fine. And then there's been times where we full circle and like the person will be like, I didn't always think the way that you were thinking, and now you got me thinking. And that creates value for me. That right there is like we did something. The heck? We did something to like teach one another XYZ, or even teach ourselves, like something like sharpening a tool in our box that we didn't realize that like, wow, like I'm good at this, or wow, like this needs some more work, etc. Because I think that's the purpose of life. Because I know that I like to learn, and I like to learn from other people by my own experiences. I see life as like what it is, but I also think deeply about like what is life? Like what is my purpose? Like I know all the time I'm like my divine purpose is XYZ. Or I realize like all the time that I have many divine purposes. We all do. It's like to tap into that, and what the universe has put us here for is what I feel like is the purpose. We thoughts with Dutchie. What the heck? Oh, it changed it. So there is the chat. I hate when it does that. I was like, I went on a whole blabbing moment and there's no fucking chat. That's okay. Like, sometimes I feel like I say these words for myself, even if no one's like, there's a chat. Let me catch up. So I'm not behind, like always. Oh, you just closed off. Hold on. Now you wash my hands too. What's for breakfast? Wake and bake. Okay. Waking and bake with a profile picture like that, I can barely see it's like a little circle, but I'm like, you're waking and baking? Order eggs and bacon from the kitchen. I'm like, give me some. I heard something yesterday. It was like asking for eggs. It was like 6 scrambled eggs. I was like, 6? I was like, holy smokes. What up, Kimberly? What up, Rody? And a coffee. Yeah. I had my protein this morning. I had my coffee. I'll like do some toast and eggs. That sounds good. Actually, I have some bacon too. But I feel like bacon is like a weekend thing. Like it could be like a weekly thing. But for me, it's like bacon just feels better on the weekend. I appreciate y'all doing the poll and not telling me no way to get out of Dodge. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, I saw that. Give me a second. really think I want eggs and toast now. That sounds so good. Like a little Sammy, you know? Like eggs, toast, and the toast has like a little bit of butter on there, and you cannot forget the cheese, y'all. Are you still living, Davey? Wawa. You gonna pop a wheel on the way there? Gotta get you a Wawa. Yeah, Ladybug Wawa is 19 years this month. That's insane. So next year's 20 years. Some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. Oh, shit. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, sorry. Gotta get a Wawa. I'm like, are you talking to Davey? Still working on yourself. What do you mean? Like soul work or physical work? And rarely? Yeah, I haven't been living as much lately. Like, especially chatting lives. I feel like I've been saying that anytime that I do the chatting lives. Yeah, I think it's important. Like, you can't pour from an empty cup. But kind of like what you were saying as well earlier is like, you never know who needs to hear the story or your stories. We just don't know, you know? Like, I caught myself this morning, like, I miss my peeps. I miss, like, my genuine conversations with people. Because I think that I met some really cool souls on here. Do I know if everyone's a catfish or not? I don't fucking know anymore, And catfish could be a physical thing or emotional thing. So that's a little tough at times, but it is what it is. I get smarter as I go as well. I play a little ditzy sometimes, and sometimes I can be like da da da, but I'm not a fucking idiot. So it is like a juggling act. But overall, I do value like the core people that I think I have met here, and the stories that we've shared and the experiences, the tears, the laughs, like, because I do think that even in the weird shit, that there is like some good times in there too. Hold on a second. Okay, give me a second. What up, Callie? Yeah, I obviously did not see your live. With all the shit that happened, I'm not even gonna front. I did unsubscribe to you because you pissed me off. Um, and I was just like not into the drama. It was also like a soul work thing. I was like, this like cannot be like in my ballpark of shit. Um, I have left you as a mod because I believe that like we all have that we go through and experience in this life, and it doesn't always make us less than who we really are. If we're willing to learn from things. And also, no one's perfect, and myself included in there. I think that we're just all driving through life what makes us feel like best. So I wasn't sure if you had been living personally or about anything or what, but I think that kind of goes full circle with what I was saying a second ago. Like, we really don't know, like, we may know because some people express it, but we don't always really know, like, what we do for people when we go live, or like the laughs and the spirit lifting that we may create along the way. And sometimes people just need like a human, you know? You are what you are? What are you, Freddy? Or Jason? Just kidding. You show yourself on my channel. Like, what do you mean, ready, though? What do you mean? Are you living too, ready? What up, Kelly? Yeah, I felt like, I wasn't personally living for a little while because I was like, who the fuck cares? Like, I was like, maybe no one cares. Maybe no one wants to watch me do a puzzle or cut up paper or talk emotionally about life, I like to say I'm like, you get a little bit of everything here at times. No, only game living. You can live gaming, or you can. Oh, I guess you could. See, that's where I get lost in like technology. I used to be a huge gamer, and then I like fell off on the gaming world. Like, so now I'm like an old school gamer. If I do game, like I played my PlayStation like mid year this year, and it was like, whoa. But it's still old school for me. Hold on. What the fuck? You're done forever. See, like you do one thing and from the rep, and we don't even know each other. You're done forever, forever, forever. Oh, GTA 5. I had GTA. I don't even know if it was like 3 or 4 at this point. I honestly don't even know. But I ended up having 2 of them, and the shit didn't even work. Like, it was like black screening my PlayStation. It was so weird. And like GameStop didn't even know like what to do. It was like a glitch or something. So I bought another one. And it did the same thing. I was so fucking pissed because it was like right when it came out, and I literally paid like $50-$60 for the shit. And I was like, wow, like got to play like a couple of times, and I loved it so much. Like, I just love running around, like driving my Doom buggy and stuff. And I was so pissed it just didn't work anymore. I haven't played in years, so I don't know if that glitch is like a forever glitch in the system and that in that game itself or what. Hey, you're like echoing my ear, dude. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm like, do people want to go on the journey with me? Because I'm like everywhere. I'm like here, there, over here, over there, over here, like good luck, keep up, saddle up, babies, like all over the place at times. And I feel like I disservice myself to like harmony myself at times because I'm like, I met some really cool people on here that I enjoy throwing ideas back and forth, I don't just like enjoy hearing myself talk, y'all. Like, I enjoy like literally like good conversations no matter what exists of them. I do like to learn things about life, but I like to learn about humans as well, and like what makes us who we are, and like how we can become better humans together. Are we all perfect? Absolutely fucking not. But at times I'm like, I don't think anyone cares. Like, we all have those days. So I feel like the last like several months I've just been like not pouring as much into YouTube, and I still come here because it's like I've put so much blood, sweat, and tears into YouTube. I had a couple haters like shutting down my account. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that because I feel like it's like it brings it out into the atmosphere. But that discouraged me quite a bit. I was like, okay, fucking cool. Fun times there. Then I felt like, I once again poured a lot into this stuff, and at the same time I'm like, does anyone fucking care? I think that's where we're all at when you try to live. Like, you're like, what do I do? Does anyone care? Do I do nothing? Do I just like do what I do? So that's where I spend in the mornings, is like me and the dogs getting ready and doing stuff. I take them out and get them ready in the morning, and then we come back in and we live. And where it takes us, where it takes us. This morning I was like, you know what? Let's see what's popping in the chat. So here we are. I have endless amount of paper to cut in the office, but I also have other things I need to do around here too. Overall, in that whole large statement right there. I do appreciate like hearing from my peeps. That's primarily where I come into the chat, you know. I really do miss the connections that I made, and I don't want to lose those, and I want to value those. Because that's like dime a dozens, you know? Like you see people come in and out of the chats and stuff. Sometimes like ghost town, you don't hear from nobody, and that's fine. Um, but I really do like get excited when I hear from like my regulars, and like I want to appreciate that because as we know, sometimes with the chats, like there's quite a few things going on. And you're like, WTF is this? Like, what is that? Like, not paying attention to this, like, etc. And then you have the dimes and the dozens that need to be valued, you know? 300 subscribers! Woo! Congratulations, Rody. Let me catch up. Good job. It's like, you know, honestly, it's like climbing up a hill at times. But I tell myself, and I'll tell you too, it's just a numbered game, you know? So just keep climbing up and think of it as like authentically grabbing like the people that need to be in your world, you know? People come and they go, but there will always be room for better souls, you know? Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm like, where are we at with GTA? I wasn't even sure like what GTA we're on. I wonder what GTA I have. I think it's 4. I don't know. Oh, Morris is a sign for me though. I don't know you, but thanks for the little angelic sign. You never know like what you may bring to someone's day too. We may be pushed to say things like you never know like if that holds value to someone else, and someone else may not tell you. I'm the type of person that's like, oh, that's a sign for me. And people will be like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you if you give a shit. But if you don't, it's like, whatever. But I'm like, I'll take note. And even when I don't say it, I see the little signs and I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, I feel like the universe pushes things towards us and also pushes things away from us, you know? And I definitely feel like I've gained a lot of awesome souls here. So that I can be grateful for. Some coffee. Some coffee and some I was gonna say cigarettes. I'm like, I haven't had a cigarette in like I don't even know. Some coffee and some meatballs. And some what else were we saying before? I can't even remember. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're probably out of here by now. You popping willies. Getting some coffee. Thanks for coming in. And don't be so hard on yourself, man. Like, I understand that humans are humans. I think if we're learning from our experiences, that's what matters the most. No one's perfect, myself included. Um, so I'm never like beating you up, you know, and I don't want you to ever think that. I left you like as a mod if you still are here because like you are definitely one of my core people. Starting all this YouTube shit, like I really like I miss the band sometimes, you know. I'm literally like about to shed a tear. I was like joking at first, but then I was like, oh my God, the emotions. No, I really do value my people. Like, and I've met some really awesome people in here, and I hope that the holiday spirits treats everyone well. I think everyone deserves like all the gifts from Santa, but ultimately we gotta believe it to see it. And I think that the universe aligned us all for a reason. Whether sometimes people stay in our lives forever, some people come and go and teach us a lesson or show us love for some time, and then people part ways. But ultimately, y'all all have a little special place in my heart of like value and like appreciation. Okay. Do I have fluffy socks on? No, but I have some slippers. I got some silly dog slippers. I'm like literally. Oh, what did I even say, Brayden? I'm like, oh, I just said so much shit. I have no idea. and I'm like sniffling from like having a little moment. I'm not afraid to be me. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. There's the door. Scroll on up. Pretty eyes. I'm like, thanks. They're just brown. Do I enjoy Christmas, Rooney? When I was a kid, I think like all kids love Christmas. As an adult, like I was like mixed feelings of Christmas. I'm not very connected with my family, so I know the holidays provide that a lot for people, and I've had a lot of angels in the sky, so it's like bittersweet for me at times. Um, I know that my angels wouldn't want me sad, so I do still try to like express the Christmas spirit and like be a light in a dark room for others because I understand that it comes in waves. Like some people love Christmas and some people cannot stand it. Some people are like in the middle, etc. But I have not decorated in years, so I'm not very like, oh my gosh, Christmas. Like not super Christmasified, you know? I did see this ginormous cardinal one of the blow up like Christmas decorations for your yard. I was so upset because they didn't have like the actual like cardinal one like on like in a box. They only had it in a display. I really, really want that, and I think I want to get it next year and maybe start decorating for Christmas. Too late now, like I'm like right around the corner. Um, and I also took it as a sign that they didn't have it for sale. It was only in a display. But I would like to maybe start doing that because I think it's all about how you paint the tone. If we go in and like it's another day, then yeah, it's another fucking day. You know what I mean? But I think that the holidays, like personally, as I get wiser, not older, is that like it teaches me to appreciate things. I was saying earlier in my chat that right around Christmas time, I have some angel like celebration of life and birthdays and stuff, like all like roped into one. So, and it's also like my dad's birthday around that time. So, like, there's a lot. Christmas can be a little heavier for me, but I fight every single year to not make it like that. I'm like, okay, how do we like not feel like that? How do we like express that it could still be a happy time, you know? So that's my mission. I tried to do a Thanksgiving live, but YouTube derailed me. I wanted to like be there for people like as well for the holidays because I realized that people have mixed feelings, you know? What about you? You haven't put any ornaments up, but you got the lights on? I guess that's a start. I don't even have a fucking tree. Every year I'm like, I'm gonna buy a tree and then I don't. I would really like to have a real tree. I've never had a real tree. Like the smell of it, like I would love to have it, but it is a fire like hazard, so I don't really know how I feel about it entirely. But I would love a real tree. They had like peacock trees a few years ago at Michael's, and I almost got one, but they were still expensive. Like I was like, all right, I'll go after Christmas and get them on the Christmas sale. Didn't go back. I had like a whole thing in my garage filled with like Christmas shit, and I threw away a mass majority of it. I was like, all right, we don't need any of this. Primarily because incense, like there was like some kind of incense left in the box or some shit, like, and it literally like nuked the Christmas like bin. Like it just smelled like incense, and I was like, I can't look past it. It doesn't even smell like that great. It's just like heavy incense, like so I'm like, oh, and the dogs, like I just know that that would just be just a no. So I did away with that. I thought I had a smaller tree, but I cleaned the garage this past weekend and went through some of that Christmas stuff, and I was like, there's no more smaller tree, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the incense, like I ended up throwing that away. But no, I don't know. Like maybe I keep saying like maybe next year. I'm not the Grinch. But I don't know, like honestly, when the guy tried to break into my house a few years ago too, like it was right around Christmas time and it started painting another weird ass picture for me on how I feel about Christmas. Um and it's sad, like that dude lives in my fucking neighborhood. So like I feel like when anyone like decorates around here. It's sad. It instantly like almost makes him a target. Like it's so fucked up. Like it's annoying. I shouldn't let that bother me, but I already have my own personal feelings about Christmas, so it's like, I remember one year I decorated the house in purple lights. Not exactly Christmas, but it looked great, you know? And they were up for a long time. You weren't even supposed to like you're supposed to take your Christmas lights down like before New Year's Day or something. It's whatever. You know, there's a couple people in my neighborhood though. There's one person on my street and they are obsessed with Christmas. Like I'm talking about they fill every fucking inch of their yard in like decoration, like all kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll live it one day. But they're pretty timely on how they turn their lights off, like and save electricity and stuff. Because I walk the dogs pretty early in the morning and the lights are already off. But these people are obsessed with their yard. Like I'm talking about, like it is like cut to the max, like definitely taking care of like green grass, like really obsessed with their yard. So it is a little comical that they have all this Christmas stuff that they're willing to like sabotage their yard for like a month or two. But every year they do it like on Thanksgiving. They go and put all that stuff out, and you can tell a couple of the surrounding neighbors, like in my circle, they try to like keep up with them, but it's not the same. No offense to them. I think that the lights and stuff look cute and like it looks kind of like a Christmas Wonderland-ish, but it's not like organized. So it's just like fucking thrown in the grass kind of like, and I don't want to knock their work because they are putting all this stuff up. So I'm trying not to be like a see you next Tuesday about it. But it just looks like they threw it in the yard. Like it's all like all out of place. Like, and even if it was like more organized, like it just still is like too much. I don't know. Like I get like having like a sled and reindeers and stuff like that, but it's just like a reindeer here, a reindeer there, or the signs here. Like there's just like it's literally filled. It's crazy. Not knocking it though, because I'm like, you know, whatever. That's their thing. They love Christmas, so it is what it is. Now I sound like the Grinch. Oh, what is that smell? Is that like BO? Yeah, I've had some hippie friends that don't like shave, shower, like all that stuff. I remember I did like a photo shoot. Like I did like modeling when I was younger. And I did like this photo shoot and they were having a hippie garage sale type thing, but not in a garage like next door. So it was like just a sale like of some sort. Oh my gosh, I went over there. Whoo! Knock you out. You faint to the ground. I'm like, oh my good lord. And like, I'm not against like, I think that you do whatever floats your boat, like whatever makes you happy, you know. But you're not gonna catch me not shaving my armpits and my legs. Like that's just not happening. But I'm just like, oh man, none of them wore deodorant. None of them. And it's just like an inquire. It's like this is that stench. Like it just sticks around. I've had definitely a few. I've had several hippie friends that just like don't believe in that, you know. And I'm like, fuck, like each is their own, but I can only hang out for so long, you know. Or if we're in an open area, like we're outside and stuff, it's not so bad. You just get a little breeze. Yeah, I'm like, is it like stench? I know, it's kind of like curry almost. It's weird. Like it's like a piney like curry BO. I'm like, I love curry though. I love curry, but I would not want to smell like that always. It's kind of like I know what you're talking about though. And I never want to make anyone feel less than. But I think that when you get used to anything, you're just kind of whatever, you know. It is what it is. Like you don't smell the stench, you know? I had a girlfriend that she just didn't know. She knew, but she was so used to it that she just didn't care. And it was wild. I was like, oh my gosh, like when we were like in the car and stuff, when she came to visit me, like I was just like, I gotta roll the windows down. I don't care if it's like 30 fucking degrees outside. Like, you're gonna fucking make me faint. That's interesting. I know what you're talking about, but the scent may is like maybe coming to mind. I have to like Google it, like see what the herbs are in there, you know? That is I don't know. More power to it, but you're just like, smell you from a mile away. Yahtzee. I've definitely I've had tons of hippie friends in my life, and I think it's just a personal preference on like how people want to feel, you know? Each is their own. I'm like super hippie, except for I like to shower. I don't have dreads and I wear deodorant. And I've had many hippie friends that do all of that. So that's where it comes to like, I do think it's a personal preference, you know? And I think that when people like are like that for so long, they just don't even know. Like no one wants to tell them either, or they do and they just don't fucking care. So it is what it is. Like I start to get like my best friend calls me Danny Tanner because I am like not a super clean freak, but I'm pretty much a clean freak. So like I have my like little places, like the office is usually where the shit show exists, you know, and everywhere else is like pretty much okay. Like I have boxes over here like in the corner in my living room right now because I sell stuff sometimes and I don't have room for the boxes in the office without it making a literal shit show in there. So that's that. But in general, I don't know. I like to shower daily and stuff, you know. So like I just it's not for me. Like I'll never knock anyone. Everyone has their own preference and stuff like that. Um but I think it's like a bacterial thing. So I think I'm just gonna stop talking about stench. Do I go what? Dun, 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 dun. The herb? I can smell you from here. It's like nothing but a muffin. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the herbs of like what's in there. Patchouli? Is that patchouli?
Oil is essential oil that comes from the leaves of the patchouli plant. It's often used for things such as skin conditions, relieving stress, or controlling appetite. You can apply the diluted oil to your skin and use it for aromatherapy.
Alexa, what does patchouli oil smell like?
On moviecultists.com, patchouli oil has a characteristic scent that might be described as woody, sweet, and spicy.
Woody, sweet, and spicy. Yeah, I was smelling wood. And then it's like, it does have that spice, so it's like curry. That's where I was like, is it like curry-ish, you know? Oh no, another David. Don't get hidden, David. Don't get hidden. No, do they still perform? You know, I have a tattoo on my arm, and everyone's always like, that's Grateful Dead," and I have a shot glass somewhere that's Grateful Dead. I wonder if it's still on the bar, actually. But I have a tattoo, and everyone's like, "That's Grateful Dead," or they tell me how dark it is. I'm like, great. Covered up the bud smell. Kim, were you here for the puzzles? Like, I vaguely remember your name. That's hilarious. Did it cover it up, or it was just like, is that marijuana or is that patchouli? Patchouli. Hat socks? What socks? Oh, oh no. Do I still have it? I thought I still had it. I don't know. Why? Honestly, I don't know. Someone gave me a Grateful Dead shot glass. I don't know where it is. I'm like confused now. It's not what the shot glass is. So I'm like, did I put it up? Because it was like sacred to me at one point. But they literally got it for me because of my tattoo. I'm like, what? I guess I maybe I'm like, are they uneducated or is it me? Oh, all the socks. What socks am I wearing? I'm wearing I'm like, this sounds like a fucking weird question. Um what is that? The little Disney cult movie. Frozen. I was like, what? I couldn't think of it, but I couldn't think of the little snowman's name. I've never even actually seen it. I just saw these were on sale and I was like, fuck yeah, we'll just get them. Nothing but socks? That sounds cold. Please tell me the socks are like to your kneecaps. What, the shot glass or have you ever been to a show? Yes, you were here for the puzzle. Thank you for coming back, Kim. I was like, wait a minute. I remember the profile picture too. I was like, it's like having a That's So Raven flashback. I was like, is that her? Welcome back. I want to do another puzzle soon. I haven't done one in a while. The last one was the Jesus one. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. I ended up hanging him up in my kitchen. But I want to do the alien one next. That's the one. I just was like puzzled out. I saw this really cool thing on Amazon and it was like one of those puzzle binders and it holds up to 1,000-piece puzzle. And I was a little skeptical at first. I'm like, what is this, like 300-piece puzzles? Like, pass out. But I was reading the reviews and I was like, oh my gosh. And it's like a huge binder. It's like, literally, it's like a little suitcase. I'm like, F yeah, I would love to have that. It's like $50. I've seen it go on sale a couple times and I'm like, I'm like, we'll see, because I haven't puzzled in a little while because I was puzzling hard and then I was like, I'm done. I had so much stuff that I had to catch up after spending so much time puzzling because I get into these like, finish the puzzle. It's like, finish him, but like, finish the puzzle, you know? So I go like all hard in the paint trying to get it done. Anyways, I really want to smell. I think I could smell the patchouli oil though, but I'm like, I'll have to go like to a smoke shop. I'm sure smoke shops have it and get a little whiff, you know? It's like it's so funny when you're a smoker, like you think that like no one will smell the smoke by like you like drenching yourself in XYZ oil, perfume, etc. But it's like literally just like that smell and then smoke. I think that like cigarettes though smell more than like pot. Like I think pot is like kind of like you could definitely smell it, but I think that it doesn't like hold on as much. Like smell wise equivalent to like a cigarette. I could be wrong. Yeah, you said many. What other concerts that have you gone to? I honestly like I need to get back into like concerts. I really want to see Tool a few years ago. I'm really so sad that I didn't see them. I think it was like a couple years ago. That's gonna be on my future like a bucket list. I need to like go to some more shows because I'm not getting any like younger. And I still like to like be actively in the shows. Like I don't like to sit back in the back, you know? Like I like to like be in the show. So I definitely need to get out there before my limbs start feeling like I can't like be out there like that. But concerts are not like as cheap as they used to be. So I do like I said before in here that I like actively going to like festivals where I can get multiple viewings in one setting. Um, that doesn't always work out that way, but it is also great to be able to like see multiple artists into one. I have not seen them in concert, Grateful Dead. I can like smell it, but I'm like, is that it? You know? So like I'd like to like actually smell it. There used to be this place by me and they sold like weird ass like scents of like oils and some of them were like fucking weird ass names, you know, like so weird. And I'm like, people would buy this? Like crazy. And I honestly bought a ton of it because it was super cheap and it was like perfect for my little dispenser. But this was before I got like inside birds. And I noticed a couple of the oils were like making my dispenser like fucking weird. So I was like, that's probably because this is like some random ass shit going in there. But I definitely remember that being a scent. Like I can see it and I'm visualizing that store. But the store closed down this year. I'm so sad. I've been going to that store for like decades, like buying all kinds of random shit. It's like essentially like in like kind of like a Asian dollar store. And I love Asian stuff. I love Asian stuff. Like shout out to my Asians. Love their stuff. Like all kinds of whatever. But they had all kinds of stuff. It was like essentially like an Asian dollar store and then it would go up to like there was some stuff more than a dollar for sure. Like there was definitely like things like $15, $20, but most of it was like under like $20 essentially. They had all kinds of stuff. Like I bought so much fishnets from there. It was so cool. My phone's dying. The fishnets were pretty cool because I was like, wow, I get so many pairs of fishnet for like fucking cheap and they weren't like shitty. Like they weren't like real shitty ones where you're like wasting your money buying like a bunch of cheap shit, you know? But the scents were wild. Like I'm like my mind is going to like really weird places with all the scents that they had and I was like who the fuck would get vagina, you know? Like wild and we'll just leave that one there. What up, Fraggle? Oh my gosh, Fraggle. I have felt so bad. So bad. Like I'm like hesitant to say it like on a video and get like fucked with. But literally the last time we talked, pretty sure it was the day before Thanksgiving, or it was like Tuesday before Thanksgiving. It was a couple days or a day before Thanksgiving. I told you I was going to do a Thanksgiving live. And then literally YouTube shut me down. And I was like fighting my case until Friday. And then Friday they brought my shit back up. And I was like so upset. I felt like, you know, it was like kind of like the universe like telling me to chill out a little bit. Hold on. Telling me to chill out a little bit. Because the holidays are a little weird for me at times, but they are weird for others. So that's why I wanted to do a holiday live. And I was just like super upset that I couldn't live. But this isn't the first time this has happened to me. So I have an active little fucking troll out there, and I had to like literally like shake my fist at YouTube. Like, y'all need to get this together. Like, this isn't fucking fair for me. It's discouraging as well, and I feel like I'm wasting my fucking time. There's a lot of mixed feelings. And like I said, I don't want to open that can of worms because I feel like that like fuels people in weird fucking ways, you know? But I do feel really bad that I did not show up like I said I was going to. And I was like, I hope he understands. But at the same time, I felt like bad because I said I was going to show up, you know. So I'm really sorry. I hope that you did enjoy your Thanksgiving. And anyone that may have heard me saying that and was expecting that. I mean, maybe no one was expecting shit, but I still know I was like character check. Like, I feel really bad. Yeah, Rudy, say what up to Fraggle. He's like one of like the originals. Ding, 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 ding. Fraggle has come into the ring. Hold on, what is that? Like, you want to do like a coat hanger? Yeah, they shut me fuck down, dude. And if I could tell you why, oh my God. And this is not the first time. So I like literally was so fuming that I'm like sitting here chatting with this YouTube bot. Like essentially they say it's a person, but it feels like a bot. Like I literally felt like I was having the same conversation over and over and over and over and over. And they shut me down. It took me 3 hours on an active chat bot live thing. Like not a live, but like an active like chat, like conversation. Because you can't call them. Like you either email or you're in this chat. And I'm literally took 3 hours to even get anywhere. And then they told me, oh, it could be multiple days, like, etc. They even told me, oh, I'm so mad. Like, I'm still mad about it. Because this is not the first time this happened to me. It literally happened a week prior to that. Like, and I was, like, discouraged. And I was like, all right, it's just going to keep it moving. And then it's like, I told you that I wanted to do the Thanksgiving live. And the little maggot heard me, or whoever the fuck it is, heard me, and just, like, did what they did. So, it is a little annoying. I'm, like, tiptoeing around it, because, like I said, I don't want to encourage here. Maybe I'll, like, shut the live down and come back later and, like, explain in depth. But super annoying. Like, super annoying. Like, you must be doing something right if you have haters, but at the same time, it's just, like, for what happened though, it was like wild. Like it's like it doesn't even it actually is really it's funny. It's like one of those situations like funny when you get out of it and you can kind of laugh about it. But when you're like in it, like you're like fuming. And I can't tell you if I was a Taurus or a Gemini that day because I was like, oh wow, like it might be both. Might be both. Yeah. Oh shit. I almost dropped my phone. Let me plug my phone in. Give me a second. No, I want to explain because I'm like literally like not explaining what happened, but I definitely want to explain because I'm like, it was so weird. This happened twice to me now. It's actually happened 3 times, but 2 times in like a month. So I was like fuming that this even happened to me again, especially after trying to make plans. So pretty frustrating. But like I said, I don't want to like encourage You get what I'm talking about? You get what I'm laying down, y'all? Was it good? What did you do? What did you do? Because I honestly felt guilty. Like, I'm like, if you didn't give a shit, take the guilt off my shoulders. You get what I'm laying down? You got me? You smelling what the dogs laid for you? What, smelling what I'm stepping in that I'm not stepping in? Anyways, I'm charging my phone. Give me 2 seconds. I had to do a couple things in the other room. So give me 2 seconds. And then if y'all are about it, I'll restart the live and tell you. Give me 1 second. I started collaging in my little scrapbook yesterday too. What'd you do for Thanksgiving, Fraggle? Rhodey, what did you do for Thanksgiving? Give me a second, y'all. Fraggle, I'm surprised you're even awake. You just stayed home. I knew it. Because I remember you said your mom had plans and shit. Did you cook anything for Thanksgiving or nah? I feel bad. Primarily for you, Fraggle, because I told you I would be here and I was fucking pissed. Like, I told YouTube, like, this is some trash. I was like, this is the biggest trash I've ever seen. Yeah, you got stuffed on all the usual Thanksgiving food. What is everyone's favorite Thanksgiving dish? Yeah, I'd be trying at times. Yeah, I can understand. I feel like that's like almost family though. It's crazy. Instead of like loving each other more, it's like trying like to take digs and jabs. Are you close with your family? All right. Let me see. Give me like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. The pups looked at me like, what the? What the? What is it? What's that? Oh, you look so handsome. Come here. Yeah. You're so handsome. Give me like 30 minutes and I'll come back. I need to do some stuff in the office so you guys can hang out with me and be bored with me in the office. And by bored, probably you guys. Because I feel like I just never have like, it's just like never ending stuff I have to do in here. But I definitely need to continue on my little cutting journey of making collage pieces and getting through my little stash of shit. So I need to do a couple other things before I can be stationary. I have like laundry going. I need to sweep the floors. Oh, there's like a little list of things I need to really do real quick. So give me like 30 minutes. I'm gonna charge my phone and then I'll come back and chat and restart the live. I'll let you guys know also what happened. Because this shit's bananas. Those are your favorite dishes? One of my favorite dishes, sweet potato casserole. I was gonna make it, and then I couldn't find any sweet potatoes at the store that was only open around me. So I was like, sweet. They had the canned stuff, but I'm like, I'd rather make it. I actually didn't make mashed potatoes though. I made so much shit. I had leftovers for like a hot minute. I was so done. I made like green bean casserole, corn casserole, made a turkey, made a ham. The meat stuff I thankfully was able to like freeze, so I'll have like that food for like essentially forever. But not really. I didn't make mashed potatoes though. I had made so much shit that I was like, okay, no mashed potatoes. And I didn't make gravy, which sounds funny. All right, are you gonna be back? I'm like, don't lie to me. Although I told you I would be here and I wasn't, so I understand. But I'll be back in a little bit. We'll chit chat, catch up, talk shit, laugh. I may cry. You guys can cry too if you want. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping in, Kim. Kim was like supporting me through my puzzle journey as well. So she's a trooper. And now that I know that she rolls around in petroleum oil and smokes the ganja, we may be tight. I'm just kidding. But really. All right, I'll be back a little bit, y'all. You guys are the best. Thanks for always coming in and supporting me and visiting me. I definitely will say that I return back on these one-on-one lives because of y'all. So major hugs and love. And I'll chit chat with you guys in a little bit.